Okay, we are officially recording today's daily. Okay, now I have a story to tell. Now, this story is I'm probably gonna get sidetracked. I'm probably gonna lose my train of thought, but no matter what, I will finish the story. So this happened yesterday night. I talked about it a little bit on my last night's stream, but that was about it. So, what ended up happening is in the past, I bet you guys, hope you guys remember when I talked about whatever the heck it's called. What kind of tag? And the tag was it's just a game that me and my friends are playing based off of like that movie known as Tag. No, the whole point of it is just like exactly that. We play like the child game of tag. We have to hit each other, or not, like just tag each other with our hands type deal. Who's ever it by the end of the time period has to do like some sort of punishment. So, tag's been going on the entire time, but I haven't been touched yet. I am just that great. Now, there are a few others I haven't been touched either. I think like 3 others. There is me, my friend Jay, Eddie, and Tyler that have not been tagged at all yet. Which is honestly like half the squad. But nonetheless. So, last night, I'm just going to put this. When we first started tag, I didn't even think that conspiring, that, there would ever be a time where multiple people would help the tag person. Even one person would help the tag person, because all you have to do as the tag person, say, hey, can you help me with this? So you start planning things out, and then instead of them actually helping you as the tag person, you just tag the person that you said that was going to help you. Be like, haha, I tricked you. Yeah, no, yeah, I was conspired against. The evil masterminds decided to conspire against me. After, when this first all happened, I didn't realize it right away either. It was a little bit later that, I pieced everything together. Okay, so last night, I worked on my other job. McDonald's. So on weekdays, I was a closer. So on weekdays, we close at 11, and then we usually try to get out by 12 if everything goes according to plan. On weekends, we close at 12, and then we try to get out by 1 if everything goes according to plan. So it is around 12 o'clock at night. We just got out. We just finished closing. And then we actually haven't even left yet. Now, this part, I'm not entirely sure if this was planned or an accident. But basically, we were about to close the door, and then one of my friends goes, hey, wait, you forgot your stuff. Because he just left his stuff inside. Now, I'm not quite sure, honestly, about that one. That could just be that he genuinely left it there, or that he was stalling for time. Because the reason I say this is because that same person tried stalling for time a little bit later. Gosh darn it, the master used the jungle. So then he walked over, he grabbed his stuff, he walked right back. So that's why I'm like, this might have been a little bit of an accident. He stalled like 3 seconds. So then he, for the first time ever, now there are managers that do this, but he is the manager. He is one of my friend managers. He goes to check the other door. We have 2 doors into the building, and he goes to check the other one. Now, he never has ever done this before, so I'm a little bit like, maybe he's trying to get better or something like that. Being my innocent, kind, not thinking that my friends are betraying me self. By the way, this man is Matt, also known as Vorse Lion, the flippin' man. So then, yeah, he goes to check the other door. Originally, I'm like, okay, I said, I think he's doing better. Another one of my friends that's also in the crew, known as Jay, he always checks the door. That's why I'm like, maybe trying to get better, or be like Jay or something like that. Whatever. But he's taken a while. he went over and, you know, check the door is you walk over, you grab the door, you yank the door. Did the door open? No. Did the door close? Or did the door stay like locked? Yes. Then the door has been checked. That is all it takes. But he's taking a while. Honestly, I had to be like a good 10 minutes. And then at the time, I didn't realize anything of this. I should have, but I didn't realize anything of this. I was just thinking like, okay, I don't know what's going on. At first, at one point I did start thinking like I was gonna go around the building to check for him, but I was gonna be like sneaky about it. And because I wasn't sure if like Adam was actually going to just be on the other side, which the dude that's his name is Adam. Gosh darn it. So, well, ow. Oh. Okay. So yeah, I'm waiting on that. Now, one of the things that should have kind of set me off, though, is a little bit later, and something that even happened before when we were still actually inside. One of the other guys says, Adam just asked if we're almost done closing because he wants to come tag you. And originally, like, he didn't really say that to me because he wants to come tag Guido or something like that. I forget exactly what he said. But basically, the reason that should have threw me off is, like, they're in contact. Like, they have been messaging each other in some sort of way, shape, and or form. So that one, yeah, that one's a bit me. The second thing is the fact that he even, like, went over there to check. Like, now I have my guard ultra up, but... But the fact that he went over there to check the door, and the fact that he took 5 flippin' years to check the door. But then this is where things get a little interesting, because what actually ends up happening is some random person actually ends up driving into our parking lot while we're just literally, me and another friend are sitting there doing nothing, waiting for Matt to get back from checking the door. I shouldn't have thrown that Q beforehand. Okay, but a random car just pulls in, and then this is what another thing that should have set me off is he goes, "That's not Adam." My one friend next to me goes, "That's not Adam," and I'm like, "Excuse me, wait a minute, what did you just say?" And then my other friend, Matt, who has still just stalling, happens to perfectly come back when a car happens to drive in. And then as he's running back, then he hears my other friend, David, say, "That's not Adam," and goes, "Oh shit, I'm scared." So then another car pulls in 2 seconds later. Yeah, this one is Adam. This car pulls in, and, you know, it just... he pulls in, blah, 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 whatever. Nothing like really major happened about it. Just pull it in. Originally, I'm like, I'm not really saying anything. I don't know it's Adam's car. I've never actually like been or seen his. Well, I've seen his car before, but I've never really paid attention to it to really remember or care. So, you know, to me, it's just like it's another car. So me being stupid, I say it's a drug deal. that like the reason these two cars just pull it in is because they're doing a drug deal. Which honestly, you know, I wouldn't even be surprised if that was the truth. And oh shit. Ugh. And then this is where I get set off. This is where I'm like, okay, no, I'm being set up. So I out of nowhere, the entire time this is all happening, I originally walked over when he said he was gonna go check the other door, and I started my car, or I didn't start my car. I just opened the one door to my car. Because I just I was thinking, oh, it's gonna be real fast. I can open the door. I'll just, when he gets back, I'll run in, jump in my car, and get going. That's all it takes. But so the entire time, my car door is just right open. Then, right after the other car comes over, we all walk by my car. And then we start just talking, and that's when I say it's a drug deal. I look back over at the two cars to see if they're interacting with each other to see if I was right and it was a legitimate drug deal. And then the next thing I know, I hear my door close. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's not how this works. I didn't close my door. I look back, and then I see my one friend standing in front of my door. I'm like, oh no, fuck you guys. I then run back over. I run back over. And push him right outside of the door. I realize what's happening. I push him out the way, and then my other friend, stinking Matt, decides, let's wrestle. And he stinking grabs me and is like, nope, you ain't not getting in this car. I rip him out of the way, rip open my car door. I'm like, I am not getting tagged today. I have a goal, and it's gonna happen. And so yeah, I decide, and then yet again, David, I forget how it all happened, but then they ended up moving me out the way, and then closing my door. And by this time, Adam's out of his car and he is running towards me, and I'm like, okay, fuck. So then I start darting. Now, our store is surrounded by, how do I put this? Our store is surrounded by, a grass fieldish kind of way, and we have two-way, driveways type deal into the slot. I don't know how to word it. Roads. There are technically roads, but I wouldn't really call them, actual roads. They don't have names. They're just ways into the slot. And then, there's a large grassland around that aren't, the two roads. So I run across that into a parking lot of what used to be a Kmart, but it's currently closed. And yeah, I run across the end of the parking lot. So then, Adam, actually, he falls and wipes out. He ended up scratching up his elbow, but then he gets back up and starts chasing me. I probably run all the way, I don't know how long that would be. It wasn't anything major. It's not like I ran a stinking mile. No, but I'm super, gamer. Exercise isn't for me. No, I'm not doing 0 damage. I need my abilities. So then I probably... how long would I say I don't know. A good... I'd say a football field. Like 100 yards, maybe. Maybe like 90, 80 yards, something like that. But apparently he was working out beforehand because he didn't realize so because he was already really tired, and then he gave up and he just started walking. I started jogging at one point because I got tired real fast after the running, but then he fell and then he got up and he started running after me again. So then I started picking up the speed, and then I looped back around all the way to my car. I did end up start walking at one point, and like so on and so forth. And like at the same time he started walking, he was like, I was tired, you know, like I'm not gonna lie, like that was like that's a lot more physical activity than I am used to. But you know, like, so that happened. I looped back to my car, as I was saying. And then then David and the flippin' Matt did try to like sort of stop me for like 1 second, but then they like kind of realized, no, I just ran from him. I deserve to escape this. And they proceeded to, you know, just... Oh, shit! I ran out of mana. Pantheon, don't come back. Okay, but... so then I got back in my car, and then I opened the... when he was still like a good distance, I opened the door, and I said, "Did someone hand me... I don't know where my head is, but I don't care. I'm gonna go," because I didn't want to risk being tagged. But then one of them actually ended up picking up my hat, and they started like knocking it on my windows, and then I kept checking back and forth, being like, is Adam far enough away? Can he dart over here, grab my door? But then he was still really tired. He wasn't fully paying attention. Oh, God. He wasn't fully paying attention. And, you know, whatever. Sure. Okay, I got into my car. And they, you know, they knocked on the thing. I got my hat. I then lowered one of my windows down. Only a little bit. That way I knew that he like couldn't fit his hand or anything. But then he decided to shove his gosh darn hand into my window. Now, of course, he didn't tag me. I'm still not it. I have still kept my power. And then I like, after I let him have his fun for a little bit with his hand in my window, I go, okay, I'm going to give you the count of 3 before I roll up the window. I go 1, 2, 3. I started rolling up with his hand still in it. And, shit, I didn't... I didn't get in my stinking shield. Um... Really? How did an enemy do that? So then he did pull out his hand. He like there was a line on each of his like the top, bottom and top of his arm because I kind of smushed his hand, but I gave him fair warning. He actually went over and tagged David. I wanted to talk with the guys and everything. I didn't want to just leave because they were just like sitting there having commentary and all, and you know it was just wow. Um. So then I lowered my window and I screamed over to him like, "How about you tag one of those two?" And not realizing that he already did. And then the next thing, then like David says, "I'm tagged," and then originally I lowered my window. I'm like, "Wait, this could be a plot." No, 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 no. I lower back down my window. I get out my window basically, and I scream, "You better swear to God that you were tagged right now, because I swear if I leave this, if I leave down here and I find out that you weren't tagged and you guys were just saying this, I will be beyond pissed at you." Um... She knows that doesn't heal, right? So, then they were like, "Yeah, I swear I'm tagged." Blah blah blah. Are you flipping kidding me? Oh my lord, that was my first flipping death. How the heck did I? Okay, whatever. Okay, so after that, I went over, we talked for a little while. I then checked the stinking time because we have a rule that we have a 30-minute grace period between the tags. Like, after you get tagged, you cannot tag anyone at all for 30 minutes. It also includes that you can't tag back at all, either like the last person you tagged. You cannot retag the person that tagged you, so he can't tag Adam. But then, so Rawr. I can't like think of what I want to be saying here. Oh yeah, so I'm keeping track of like the time. I'm like, if 30 minutes goes by. Luckily 30 minutes did not go by. It wasn't like, nothing. Ah, shit. Honestly, that was partially an accident. Really? You not come away from me. My face is leaking. But yeah, I walk over, blah, blah, blah. We just ended up talking, and I left. We talked for a good, like, 20 minutes, honestly. And then I ended up walking away, and that's all. Or, well, I didn't walk away, then I left. We all left. I went home, and as I said, I streamed, and then shenanigans happened. And I can't wait for, like, a week from now when the stream becomes a video for you people to see the shenanigans of what happened in this stupid Fortnite stream. I apparently encountered a glitch or something. But, yeah. So, thank you all very much for watching today's, very stupid, story daily. That's, like, I can't wait to, like, have more stories like this for the future of... I also said that because these people stinking wanted to plot against me, David and Matt, what if I do eventually get tagged, I'm going to tag them back by punching them in the dick. So that's gonna be fun. But, yeah. So, yeah. Thank you all very much for watching today's daily, and I'm going to be bidding you all adieu. Goodbye.